Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Hello.
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 Are we awake?
And getting there.
Yeah.
2 weekends in a row, and I had Halloween parties. 2 weekends in a row.
Mm-hmm.
And then the third one's going to be the biggest Halloween party of them all, baby.
Halloween.
Halloween. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Bruh, I'm so excited.
Well, we may need to go ahead and start off with that and close again with it. Is that we're not going to have the podcast next weekend on Halloween. We will both be out of town at AWA.
That's right. We're going to a con.
Yeah.
Our first con in when?
Bullshit. You went to Magic City.
Oh. I was going to say something, but you're right. I did go to Magic City Con.
Uh-huh.
I was going to say something, but I'll keep it to myself.
Yeah, do keep it to yourself because it is a local convention.
It is a convention.
It's a local It's a local convention
say,
that tries, unlike some others.
No, I was about to say, I did go to Magic City Con, but I only went for one day. I was drunk for most of it.
Oh, yeah.
So, it was a great time for me.
Yeah.
At least. I did get some cute pins, though. Damn, there were some cute pins.
Yeah, Chelsea got me a super cute pin.
Oh, God. That's why I'm so excited about AWA.
I'm very excited, too.
Because they have one of the best dealers rooms, or artist alleys, for sure. And some of my favorite artists are going this year.
I would argue about the best artist alley. And that's just because it's like I've
AWA and MomoCon, to me, has the best artist alleys. I even went to Dragon Con, and they have really big dealer's room and artist alley, but I prefer MomoCons. MomoCons, to me, is the greatest.
like, mad respect to their size. Like, their size is, like, genuinely, like, super good, really nice. They're good, but I was like, the best, I don't know.
To me, AWA and MomoCon are the best. I know that's saying a lot, but I do agree. MomoCon and AWA are the best.
Well, we can walk around together and I can tell you why they're not. But
no, I don't want to tell. Don't disillusion me.
Yeah.
If I say it's the best, I'm like, yeah, this is nice. Because I don't know, I have very weird tastes.
I mean, fair enough. But I'm very excited. It's like I can't name favorites with artists, but I am very excited to see like Hatcore again. I haven't seen them in a very long time. I'm very close with them. I'm excited to see some of the dealers for sure. I haven't seen them in a very long time. I'm very close with most of them on a professional level, so it's like I do miss them. I'm excited to actually see an artist alley. It's been a very, very long time. I'll shit on it, but it's like I'm still excited to see an artist alley. I'm just excited. Like, I am gonna miss, I know that Tokyo Attack, who's the Japanese arcade that travels around the country to conventions, they like retired last year because of COVID. So it's like I'm like, well, it's also one thing that like I'm sure sanitizing those things constantly would be a fucking pain in the ass. But I will miss them.
Yeah, that does suck. I forget how bad what is it? Cons are?
For super
spreaders. Yeah,
super spreaders. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
if you have a chance to get your boosters, people, go get your boosters. Or if you haven't had a chance to vaccinate yourselves, if you're able to, please vaccinate yourselves. And I say if you're able to because there are some people who are allergic to those.
Allergic to those who have really, really strong reactions, even if they're not allergic to them.
Mm-hmm. And they cannot take a second dose or whatever.
Right.
Take care of yourselves. So,
medical or like disillusioned opinions and religious exemptions are kind of bullshit.
Yeah. That's just my opinion.
But here's the thing, like, I think this may be like really getting off the subject, but I don't think there's any of the original like old religions that would discourage their believers from getting a vaccination.
That's true.
I think it's
especially if it's to help others.
Yeah, I think like Christianity, Catholicism, I think Hinduism, I'm pretty sure Judaism, with limitations. I think they have to know what's going in with the vaccine and what's going on with the vaccine.
Yeah, of course.
Before they make that call. But like I don't think any of them would discourage their believers from getting the vaccine. I think that's a lot.
I don't think so. Yeah.
I think that's a lot of the new new age cult mindsets.
That's a perfect way to do that. Yeah, to say that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or, and I hate that people use this. Well, it's my body and it's my rights. They use that as an excuse. And I'm just like, you shut the fuck up. As a woman, I've been telling you guys that for years. And you never said anything then.
Yeah.
As a woman. Sorry, I'm getting a little riled up. Look, I'm peeking red here.
So, now that we've gotten you into a rage, it's absolutely horrifying.
Oh, speaking of, so our topic for today is part two. Continued. Of explaining movies badly, right?
Really badly.
But before we get into those, because I know we still have a very long list, I watched a few more horror movies this week.
Yeah, what'd you see?
I saw for the first time full through, because I saw the ending before.
Yeah.
Halloween Town.
Really?
Yep.
That's not a horror, but it's
a Halloween movie.
It is a...
I have a message.
That's really loud.
Let me go just mute that right there. Sorry about that, guys. So I saw Halloween Town for the first time.
Really? Like, even I didn't...
Full through.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, well, first of all, I was brought up by a very strict Christian family.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, well, if it's witches or whatever. No, they actually mentioned Wicca. Like, religious Wicca. So I was like, okay, now that I hear it, because again, that was like the very beginning.
Yeah.
My parents didn't like that if I would get even touch Wiccan religion. So I was like, all right, we're just going to move away from that. Yeah. I get that. That's why I'm like, I saw the ending. The ending was fine.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize in the beginning, that's sort of the thing. I loved, for a Disney Channel original film, the practical effects were great.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
It's a very, like, it's got some, like, kind of intense, like, imagery at times, but nothing, like, no one's, like, you have a bad guy, but, like, the scary creatures aren't evil. Or most of them aren't. They're not gonna harm our main character.
No.
So it's like, children aren't going to be afraid of it. It's like, yeah, like, what is it? There's, like, the pumpkin-headed taxi driver.
No, it was a skeleton taxi driver.
Oh, who's the
Benny.
Yeah, I remember Benny.
Yeah, so there was a skeleton taxi driver. There was a pumpkin-headed, like, family in one scene.
Right.
Like, there was a mom and a little kid or whatever. And I will say, the practical effects were good.
Yeah.
The whole script... hella cringe, but what can you expect from a Disney 1999, I think it was 1999, Disney Channel original film. So maybe this was mean.
1998.
Well, 1 year off. That was very close.
I was about to say, that was really close.
There was one, like, what is it? Bully / jock / he's the greatest kind of type kid,
you know
teenager.
The trope. Yeah,
that trope. Is this spoilers? It's from 1998. I'm pretty sure it's fine. So okay, so in the end, it turns out he becomes like this ugly goblin kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
This kid. And he's like, well, I had a spell that, the warlock has to spell on me to make me look handsome if I worked for him. And I'm like, that's handsome? And I was like, wait, no, I should say that to kids. Then again, 1998.
Here's the thing. It's like, if he was you said a goblin.
He was like he looked like a little goblin kid.
So it's like
I don't know
goblin,
if he was
a goblin or an orc or something like that. But it's like, that was probably extremely beautiful by their standards.
By their standards, yeah. But I'm just like, because I think what it was supposed to be was catering to all the teen girls, and I'm pretty sure in 1998 that was considered hot at the time, because he was like a ginger redhead and.
Oh, yeah, there was kind of like, I think it was because of Harry Potter. No, it wasn't Harry Potter. Harry Potter wasn't out at that time.
No, but I think there was I think it was the way he was dressed and all that. Everyone thought he was looking cool, because he acted like the cool kid, but he was also kind of a bully, but, it was weird. And I'm just like, I shouldn't even thought that. That was rude, because I'm like, this poor kid, he's doing his best.
And it's a kid!
Oh, he's like a preteen, whatever. He was supposed to be the romantic
interest.
He was
a minor.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Ghost Hand, to be fair, there was different kinds of handsome. Some people are not necessarily attractive but can be charming, like Snape, for example. Can I say, Alan Rickman.
I was about to say, Alan Rickman is the only great thing about Snape.
No, me and Jack watched Die Hard.
Yeah. Holy shit, yes.
Okay, so I saw Alan Rickman, and for some reason, it didn't click in my brain that the villain in Die Hard is Alan Rickman.
Yes.
Because when he came through the door, I was like, it was like another, what was it, awakening moment. My hair was blowing in the wind. I was like, who is this hot man? Who is this man with the accent? And then I looked closer, and I'm like, that's a very young Alan Rickman. Hot damn, he is so... Oh,
like,
God,
it's one of those things
so
that's like these older...
He is literally devilishly handsome. Okay, he was the term of devilishly handsome in that film.
We're going to divert real quick because we're talking about hot villains, which is fine. It's fine. I mean, villains. It's Halloween. It's villains.
Well, technically Christmas, but we're...
Right. We'll bring in Nightmare Before Christmas to tie it all together. It'll be fine. So, like, okay, so Alan Rickman, he was actually not the... Like, he was actually still really handsome in his old age.
Oh, yeah, he is.
So, Mads Mikkelsen, do you know who that is?
I don't think I have.
You'll recognize him.
So, Ghost Hand said, Alan Rickman is that. Old, charming man with a very calm demeanor but assertive personality.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so it's like Mads Mikkelsen.
Mikkelsen? Mikkelsen, yeah.
I find him an extremely handsome older man. He is, in his 50s? 55.
55 years old.
So he's...
Is he a daddy?
Yeah.
Well,
okay. Wait. 50...
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be a daddy.
He'll be a daddy. Yeah.
Yeah, he's only
in his 50s.
Yeah, he's...
Pretty much any guy in his 50s.
He's a good 20 years older than me.
Yeah.
So.
Daddy.
Yeah. It's like, wait, yeah, he's a daddy.
Yeah, he's a daddy.
Because he plays...
Just admit it to yourself.
Yeah, I'll admit it. So he plays Hannibal in the show.
Yes.
So it's like, I look at him, I find him extremely attractive, extremely handsome, but then I'm like...
Oh, he was also the video... Ghost Hand said he was the villain in Casino Royale.
He is.
And yeah, we did talk about that.
Yes, he's in... And I think he's been chosen to replace Johnny Depp for Grindelwald.
Is he?
Yeah. I think.
Well, I mean, he'll be great
I think he would be extremely handsome because it's like they have that very similar, like, face shape that they can kind of, like...
I mean, they have a comparison picture right there.
So it's like, with makeup, you can kind of push it and make it work. And it's not
I think that'd be fine.
Yeah, and I think he's a very talented actor.
Very talented.
But, like, I'm like, what would this man look like as a young man? I bet he's, like, dangerous. And boy, was I right.
Let me see. I'm sorry, we're supposed to be talking. You can take the spoilers out, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Spoilers, man. Nicholson is hot.
just so you know.
So, like...
No way.
Right? Like...
Oh my gosh.
It's like some are not that great.
That one, yeah.
But like...
Was he a model before all of that?
I don't know.
Damn.
Look at that!
Dang. He aged like a fine wine indeed.
Damn, that's the finest wine I've ever had.
Ghost said Christopher Waltz is also another charming old man.
I'm not... I'll probably recognize him, but I'm not familiar
Google that. Oh, man.
Yes.
Oh, yes. I forgot that.
Yes. I feel like Ghost Hands is probably, like, a James Bond fan because it's like, he's like, oh, Mads Mikkelsen is, like, the villain.
Yeah, hey, Ghost Hand, are you a James Bond fan?
No, we're not judging because,
no, obviously, I freaking love James Bond, but,
I really like Daniel Craig's James Bond.
I saw recently the, James Bond with, what's his name? What is his name? Name a good James Bond character. What's his name?
Oh, you mean Sean Connery?
Sean Connery, that's his name. And honestly, Sean Connery is another one that is like...
I think he's more handsome as an older man.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
He also aged like a fine wine.
Like, he wasn't ugly as a younger man, but it's like, I am more attractive to his older self than his younger self.
Ooh, Ooh, okay. I just like European actors, Danish and German. Yeah. They are underrepresented in Hollywood.
Yeah, no, like, I absolutely get that.
I agree with that, for sure. Anyway, we gotta stop talking about handsome old men. We need... Okay, let's start round 2.
Okay.
All these things for round 2. So, I just wanted to tell you that I did watch, for the first time, Halloween Town.
Yeah.
I watched another B-movie, horror movie called Ghoulies.
Oh, yeah, you saw
that last week.
Yeah.
But I was like, I saw Ghoulies, I saw Halloween Town, and Jack is trying to get me to watch Critters as another horror film. And I'm just like, Critters is a more budget Ghoulies.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I gotta watch that. So we're watching a bunch of B-movie horror films. Right. And yet I cannot get him to watch Hellraiser.
Oh, so for you.
For me.
Because you're dumb and I love you very, very much. Because it's like, I'm dumb and I really, really like this movie. I did when I was a kid. It's Ernest Scared Stupid.
I've never seen that, but I have heard of it. I've never seen that.
And it's dumb.
Of course it's dumb. I've seen some dumb films.
It's so good.
Oh my god. I can't wait to see it.
I would suggest people watch it if they're looking for like a dumb, scary movie that isn't really scary.
That's true. Critters and Ghoulies are slighter, edgier gremlins. That's absolutely true.
Right.
That is absolutely true.
I think... No, it was. Nostalgia Critic did a review on Critters that's actually really funny.
Oh, gosh. I gotta see that.
Yeah.
Because Jack is really trying to get me to watch this Critters thing. Because we're going on a nostalgia trip, which, again, Halloween Town.
Yeah.
But he's like, you gotta watch Critters. And I'm like, I saw Ghoulies. And I saw how that was. It was a mess.
Critters is a mess.
So I gotta check that out. Yeah.
It's a mess. You gotta check it out. But... Back on track.
Back on track.
Now that we've talked 20 minutes for no fucking reason.
What are you talking about? We're talking about hot deities.
Owen Wilson is not a daddy.
No, I don't think so. Wait, why are we taking back in topic? You're making me think about all the
because
devils.
Okay, we're both ADD.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, like, do we just need to go ahead and change the title back?
About all handsome daddies? No, we have to finish it. You have to wrap it up under horror.
ADD Gone Wild?
ADD Gone Wild? That's horror in itself.
Wait.
To ADHD.
ADHD, Attention Deficit Horror Disorder.
We need that as a title.
Here we go. That's what we're doing today.
We're changing our title.
Yup. Ooh. Okay, bye. Okay. ADHD. Attention How do you spell deficit?
That's a great question. Hey Google, how do you spell deficit? DEFICIT.
Attention deficit.
Horror disorder. Because if we're not going to explain movies badly, I have several questions that I asked you, I think around this time last year as well, but I want to see if your opinions have changed in the year.
Well, like, hang on, I wanted to do, like, the really bad...
Oh, yes, go ahead. Bad explanations.
Bad explanations. And it's, like, we don't have to, like, do our full list. We don't have to even go past this one, but it's, like, I thought about this, like, after you left last week.
Right.
It's for, well, I can't really give it, because Ghost Hand may want to, like, guess.
Yes. Well, we can wait, and, I will take a seat.
Yeah.
And I want to hear your explanations.
So this one is its iconic song or music is just basically a chihuahua screaming.
You're absolutely right.
Right? Yeah.
That's true. Dang.
And it kind of ties
No,
into last week's tweet motherfucker.
Yeah, that's true. It does. Oh, let's see. Horror has a surprising amount of hot villains. That is true. Even the creepy ones have their fangirls, boys. Yes. I know girls have a thing for Jason, deformities and all. John Carpenter's Halloween. No, but you're close. Well, it's not. No, we're gonna say no. Speaking of hot horror daddies, though, while they're guessing,
yeah.
I I can see why people like the Cenobites. We're talking Hellraiser here.
Okay, yeah, no, I get it. It's the aesthetic.
It's because it's body horror gore.
Right.
On like very attractive creatures.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, all right.
I'm about outfits.
Yeah.
I am about outfits hard. So you get like Underworld and you get like Blade. It is like
yes.
And it's
what
just
do you call that aesthetic? What do you call those kind of outfits?
It's like punk.
Yep, he got it. It is
Psycho. It is Psycho. I told you would love it.
Oh, that's perfect. Now, I need someone with a chihuahua to sing that song.
So Rosie comes in, I'm like, oh, I have one to add, like, that you would really like, and I was about to, like, explain it to her. She's like, no, save it for the podcast.
Because I want a good reaction to it. And you're like, you're right. Now all I can hear is a freaking chihuahua just screaming in the background. I can never go that high. Let's see.
And I tease Ricey about being a dumbass, but like then I come up with shit like this.
I want to say, okay, so now that you got me on this kick, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say. Okay, so this is one of my favorites. This is explaining it badly. It's a horror film within a horror film that just makes fun of horror films.
This is not Cabin in the Woods.
No, it's not Cabin in the Woods. We did that last week. So it's another one of those things.
Okay.
Where it's like a horror film, a horror slasher film within a slasher film that makes fun of horror slasher films. Does that make sense?
And this is not a parody.
No, it is not a parody.
Okay.
Scary Movie? I fucking love that.
That's what I was thinking.
Parodies, but no. But Scary Movie made a parody of it.
Yeah, it did.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And it's one of those things that I'm pretty sure I know which one it is, but I'm like, is it the parody or the original?
The original.
It's not the parody, so don't worry, Ghost Hand. I thought the same thing.
Yes, it's Scream.
Yes.
I freaking love Scream.
It's good.
It is very good.
Yeah.
And I remembered, because I watched it again when I was in college or whatever. Yeah. I did not realize that Drew Barrymore.
Yes.
So I remember everyone was talking about Drew Barrymore being killed in the first thing when I was younger. But I was like, I don't know who Drew Barrymore is. I don't keep up with actors and stuff like that. Okay, I will talk about the clumsy ghost face in a second. Yeah. So, what was I saying? So Drew Barrymore. Yeah. So when I watched it for the first time, I had the exact same shock because I didn't associate Drew Barrymore's actor name to the face.
Yeah.
Because I have problems with that sometimes. You know, I have to see a face and be like, I know who you're talking about now.
And sometimes it's like you don't recognize them when they're young versus when they're older.
Exactly. So.
My big thing is Robert Downey Jr. RDJ.
Yes.
Because I'm used to him as Iron Man.
Yeah.
As an older man, but who's the dad of the Avengers kind of situation. But when you go and watch him and when he's younger, it's like, holy shit.
You don't realize that, yeah.
No,
it takes you a while for kind of like with Alan Rickman and me. I'm like, who's that hot daddy? oh shit, it's Alan Rickman. So I remember seeing Drew Barrymore, and I was like, oh, I know her. Yeah, she's really popular. And they kill her off in the first 5 minutes. And I'm just like, wait, what?
Yeah.
What? No wonder that was one of the most iconic openings in any horror film.
Yeah.
But yes, speaking of Ghostface, the reason why I love how clumsy Ghostface can be is because it makes it seem more real.
Yeah.
It's not a monster, it's a human being. And that to me is even more terrifying.
So someone did a joke, and I think it may have been the Nostalgia Critic about Jason? No, Michael Myers. And that because Michael Myers is basically human, even though he doesn't die, but he's basically human, but it's like, how the fuck is he getting around to all these places so quickly? So it's just like, oh, he's in the backyard and you run through the house and then all of a sudden he's like at the front of the house. It's like, how is he doing this? Well, they do a parody of like him like jumping over the fence and like hauling ass, and it's just like
I've seen that. I'll also say him and Jason both have a superpower, and that is the superpower of teleportation.
Yeah,
that's what they both have, and I am gonna die on that hill. They are super powerful. Which makes them, because they're like, oh, they're human.
Well,
Jason is more than Jason is like a zombie now. By this point, who went to space? Exactly. Zombie astronaut. Also, a scary movie version is one of the most hilarious things ever. The what's up sends me every time. I love it. And you know the funny thing is, a lot of kids now, if they watch it, they won't know what that is. No, that it was such an iconic commercial, and everyone said it.
Yeah.
What's up?
Memes before memes.
Memes before memes.
Because it's like, I know for, like, in high school, before memes started becoming a thing, before Trollface really started, permeating all aspects of social media and stuff, it's like, I remember one of the big jokes between my classmates in my grade was 23. Was Dr. Pepper's 23 flavors.
Oh my god, yes.
Because it was so huge.
I forgot about all that. You're absolutely right. Shoot. I forgot how that goes, too. I gotta look it up.
23.
Sorry. So let's do another one. Let's see. Can you figure one out? Do you want to do this next one?
Yeah.
Don't forget to cross that out.
You wanted to do that one, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. Oh.
If you can't do this one, I already know how I'm going to do that one.
Well, I know you already know how to do that one, so I'm going to leave it for you, because I know I don't have, like, a classic like the Screaming Chihuahua.
That's actually great, though.
I think I'm going to do this one, and I think I'm going to make it...
Oh, yeah.
Super convoluted.
Take your time if you want to think about it.
So I think I have it, but it's just going to be awkward, which is still badly explaining.
Well, yeah, that's who we are.
Yeah.
Don't. Ma'am.
So the Horned King has really bad heartburn, and let me see here.
Take your time.
And let's see here. I know her from. I forgot that was the thing.
Oh, you know, we were talking about that movie. I don't want to say anything. I almost slipped in saying it. We were talking about that movie this week too, because of Alan Rickman.
Yeah. Because she's in so much, like...
She's in so much. World-class actors.
Okay. So, the Horned King has really, really bad heartburn, and Boss Mom comes in and saves the day with her cat.
That's true. Just imagine the greatest boss-ass bitch final girl and her cat.
Yeah.
I freaking love it. Honestly, she is probably one of the most strongest final girl characters in a horror film.
Yeah.
Science horror film, but horror film.
Other than what's her face from Underworld, but even then, it's like this woman is far superior.
Oh heck yeah, because I think she also paved the way for a lot of stronger female
characters.
Yeah, final girls, I should say.
Yeah,
like stronger female final girls.
Yeah,
oh no, that's yes, Alien.
Yes.
Mila is the
is Underworld.
That's what it was. Yeah.
She's in Underworld, so she's very good. She's a boss girl as well.
Yeah.
But it's like Sigourney Weaver is like God. She is boss mom. It's like
I totally forgot Jamie Lee Curtis, because she was also one of the bossiest, like, badass bitches, final girls in Halloween. I should have also credit her.
My reference to the Horn King is John Hurt. John Hurt is that iconic chestbuster scene in the mess hall. So that's John Hurt, who voices the Horned King from the Black Cauldron. He is the War Doctor, in the special, like the Doctor Who specials and stuff. He is. Like,
yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm.
He is in a lot of things, and I think he's Ollivander.
No way!
I think so.
I was watching Harry Potter. I told you about that too on chat. Ooh, excuse me.
Let's see here. I'm pretty sure. Oh, and you've seen.
I did. Yeah, he was the
yes.
villain. Mm-hmm.
So let's see here. Oh, he's the dad in Hellboy.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. He is. How is it that I can't?
Yeah, he's Ollivander.
That's awesome.
Yep. Oh, it would have been, like, people probably would have known him better if I'm like, Ollivander!
It's Ollivander who had heartburn.
Yeah, had really, really bad heartburn.
In space!
In space!
Thank you, Ghost Hand, for joining us, even for a short amount of time. We appreciate it. Let's see. Do you want to do one more?
Yeah, well, you need to do one.
Yes. So this is my last one, and this is in reference to another film, but also, or the other film referenced this, and he goes, "I need an old priest and a young priest." And I don't know if anyone has seen that. It's a comedy film who referenced this film, but it's like, I need an old priest and a young priest, and he's stuck in a chair or whatever, and he's like, oh God, oh God, I need an old priest and a young priest.
Nah, I got a better one than that. I got a better, like, badly explained. It's like, I know Ghost Hand is out, so we'll catch them later, but, like, I got a better poorly explained.
Oh God, how is it?
It's the fog that is thicker than the pea soup. Oh, I should not have said that while you were drinking.
That's genius. Fog thicker than pea soup, because that's exactly what they used.
Yup.
Oh my gosh. And I have refused to watch this film.
Because you don't like demonic possessions.
I don't like demonic possessions.
At all.
I hate it. I will give them a few minutes, but, like, I cannot watch this film. It's interesting. I saw Poltergeist, right?
Yeah.
I saw Poltergeist, and that's technically not a demonic film, but it deals with ghosts. Because it's on a burial ground or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm okay with this, but I cannot for the life of me watch the film. The other film.
Well, like, it's one of those things, it's a curse and not a possession.
That's true. Also, since Ghost Hand's gone, I would go ahead and say, it is The Exorcist.
Yep, The Exorcist.
I can't watch The Exorcist. I can't do it. It's so terrifying because I know that's a real thing that can happen. And I ain't about that life.
Based off your beliefs.
Based off of my beliefs, yes. Other
like
religions
some people
may have different views of it, but based off of my beliefs, personal beliefs, yeah, I ain't gonna mess with that shit.
Yeah.
Hell no. It's the same where, like, people gather around together over this. Who makes the Ouija boards? The toy Ouija boards?
Oh,
Hasbro?
Yeah.
I was like, nah, I'm good. I don't need no toy Ouija boards. I don't care if it's Hasbro. I ain't gonna do that. Nope. No, thank you. I don't want to deal with that.
Like, I think I mentioned last year that
I gotta tell the chat the horror thing that happened to me in the house.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a horror story. But before I go, you were saying something. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're good. ADD.
Yeah, I know. I was like, that's a good horror story to talk about.
So, like, I mentioned it last year when we were, like, doing October and spooky stuff and stuff, that when I worked at World Market 2 jobs ago, that my final Halloween there, they actually did send Ouija boards for us to put out.
Hell nah.
And, like, all of us were like, we're not touching this.
Yeah, that's creepy.
Not, like, I had a lady that was from Louisiana, like, born and raised in Louisiana, had, like...
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, it's... The joke was, it's like, don't piss her off or she'll curse you kind of situation. It's like, don't talk back to her, don't piss her off, don't mess with her department kind of situation, or she'll curse you. She's a Louisiana lady.
Yeah.
Like, even she wouldn't fucking touch them. That it's just, like, I'm a little stock grunt. It's like, I don't get paid enough to do that.
I ain't getting paid enough to star in a horror movie. Hell no.
I'm not touching that.
A real life horror movie? Hell no. I still love the TikTok I sent you guys.
Yeah.
The guy who, because I don't know if you guys seen the free book stands that they have. Like a lot of places have like a free book stand kind of thing. You can donate your books or take free books, and switch them out and stuff like that. At the base of that stand, there was a Ouija board. And this, of course, white-ass American, all full-blooded American guy walks up and he picks up the Ouija board and he walks away and he's like, well, I guess this is where the horror movie starts. And I'm like, yes! Why do you do this to yourself? Why the hell would you do that to yourself? There must have been a reason. They're like, all right, the Ouija board, we're just going to put it there. I don't ever want to touch it again. And this guy's just like, oh, hey, a Ouija board. Picks it up. Could it be cursed? Maybe.
Probably. Like, there have been problems.
Yeah. I'm just like, thank you, but no thank you.
No, thank you.
So, I guess what I'll do, we still got a lot of time.
Yeah, we got plenty of time, but it's like, it's one of those things that's like, I didn't want to do Psycho because I knew it was going to get you.
Psycho was so good.
You were going to get a really big laugh out of it.
Freaking love it. Freaking love it. So yeah, let me go ahead and tell you the story of, my husband also tried to kill me. So
your white ass husband.
My white ass husband. So, I know we've mentioned it before, but for those who don't know, I'm Latina and Islander, I guess. My mom's from Aruba. My dad is from Mexico. We don't mess with stuff like that, right? We don't mess with ghosts. We don't mess with spirits. We don't.
Yeah.
I ain't about that life.
You're a woman of color, and people of color don't fuck around.
We just don't fuck around with that shit.
Yeah, y'all don't.
So,
my dumb white ass self, it's just like, I'm curious, but I know better than to
I
fuck
stopped
around.
myself from opening. Okay, so I'm getting ahead of myself.
Oh yeah, you are getting ahead of yourself.
Sorry. And I'm married to the whitest white boy ever. I love him very dearly. And he has we're both currently in search of a new home.
Yes.
At this point. We're still looking for a new home. We just sold our house and we're like, that's great, but now we need to find another.
Yeah.
My husband, God bless him.
His white ass self.
His white ass self is trying to fucking kill me or make me star in my own real life horror film.
Okay, but I did that so you could sell the rights to your story and make shit ton of money.
I want to live.
You would have lived with
I wouldn't.
Okay.
No, I wouldn't. I'm a person of color. We get killed off in horror movies. What the fuck are you talking about?
No. You would have been a boss girl that survived to the end.
I know. I know the tropes. The moment there's like even Scary Movie. I think Scary Movie 2.
Oh yeah, it's like you three come with me,
and then there are all the people of color there, and they're like,
shit,
like, we gonna die, y'all. Scary Note movie knows what's up. They know what's up. So
okay, but you were a boss girl that would have survived to the end with the houses I picked out. Your husband's trying to kill you with the dolls. And the questionable rooms.
Oh, goodness. Because, like, I know for a fact I wouldn't survive. I know the horror movie tropes. I've been there. So, my husband was like, we found a house, and he is very into vintage, I guess, style homes, right?
That's putting them lightly.
Yeah, because he's like, he likes, and his
he likes them dated.
Yeah, he likes them dated.
Not vintage, dated.
Yeah. In his words, he likes ugly houses. Mm-hmm. His own words. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we found this beautiful house. Personally, to me, it's too big for just me and him. You know?
How many square foot?
It was 3,000 square feet.
That is huge.
I know, and it had acreage of land going behind it. And it had a chicken coop, so of course he was all about it. But it was it was kind of dilapidated on the outside, not gonna lie. But on the inside, it felt like there was a room for each fucking decade. And I was like, First of all, they had carpeted bathroom, and the carpet in the bathroom was purple. Built in 1970s, by the way. I think 1970s, 1960s. It had purple carpeted bathrooms. Who has that? And the bathroom was tiled pink. It was.
That is a
lot.
You didn't tell me about the pink tile.
Yeah, no, it was bad. Not only that, one room had like this red, white, black shag carpet. I think I told you about this like shaggy carpet that you can find in like the 70s.
Yeah.
Like it was really shaggy carpet.
I like shaggy carpet, but it's like...
It was dated as hell. And it was in like in this darker painted room. And I was like, okay, well that's the high room. Some people probably got high in there, not gonna lie, because the carpet looked
if it was
crazy.
Built in the 70s, then yeah, probably.
Yeah, there were probably flower children or something in there.
Yeah, you know.
Anyway. And then in the other room, it had carpet that I had, like the exact same carpet I had in my old family home.
Yeah.
From the 90s. And I was like, I recognize this carpet. We had this exact same carpet back in my old family home that we ripped out for hardwood floors. But I was like, that is like a 90s carpet.
Yeah.
I know that carpet. And then the other room had like hardwood floors.
Yeah.
So I was like, that must be the more modern room. And then I found in the master bedroom, there was this like, what would you call it? A dresser cabinet dresser.
Yeah. Well, like so it's an empty house.
It's an empty house.
So it's not like you were touring a house that someone was still living in
or
it
trying to.
It was vacant.
It was a vacant house, which I think made it creepier.
Yeah.
They had like a weird brick chimney box. It looked like a compost thing in the middle of the entryway. It was bizarre. This whole thing was so bizarre. But the great room, like the family room and the dining room, that was the most beautiful. It was really pretty, but not for me. We go into the master bedroom, and there's just one piece of furniture. Because remember, this place is vacant.
Yeah.
One piece of furniture. And it was like this beautifully done.
He is really cute right now. Okay, right?
He can be cute. And it was like the really good wood as well. Like wooded dresser. With intricate designs. Carved into it. It was so beautiful. And there was a sticky note with the name Josh on it. And I'm like, okay, well that's kind of creepy, just sitting here in the middle of the room just chilling, right?
Yeah.
I reach out to open like the main doors for the cabinet, and I stop myself and I'm like, no. I will not open this. This feels like a horror film.
Yeah.
Waiting to happen. And whatever's in there, it could be Josh for all I know, stuck in there with a sticky note or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not going to open this. I'm not going to release whatever.
And it's like,
I showed you the picture. Like there's nothing around it. It was just sitting there.
So like it's like this dark wood, like dresser cabinet, and it was fairly nice. It looked
very nice.
But it was something that
looked old.
It looked old and wouldn't have like stood out so much if it had its other pieces, like the matching bed frame and the matching like chest of drawers, things like that, bedside table. But by itself, it was really creepy. It was
so... You even said from the picture, it was just so creepy and bizarre. So I went to open it, and I was like, you know what? I'm not that curious. I'm really not that curious. So I walk out. I am out of that room. I was like, you ain't getting me today, Satan. Hell no.
Not today.
Not today. So I walk out of the room, right? And we're still touring. And then Jack points something out. My husband, right?
Yeah.
He points something out to me. And our room, again, like the other room with the hardwood floors, we're like, oh, this is like a more modern style room.
Yeah.
Bruh, I didn't notice it. Of course Jack noticed it. Someone wrote cursed home. I have a photo of this, by the way. Wrote cursed home in the paint of that room. And I did not notice it. Jack noticed it before I did. And I'm like, well, he does something. That is a sign I will not be... No.
Yeah.
If someone carves out cursed home in the paint of that home, you're just not gonna go get this house. You know what my realtor said? Who is this, she's a realtor. Precious, precious white woman, older white woman, right?
Yep.
She goes, I think that'll be fine. I don't really believe in that kind of stuff. And I'm like, that's what's going to get you killed. That's what's going to get you killed. These are all the characters in a horror film. I have my white-ass husband and my realtor who's like, I'm sure it's nothing. Hell no.
No.
I feel like, am I the only one with common sense here?
Like, well, you showed me that, and I'm like, oh yeah, you should get this house over here. It's creepy as hell. It's probably haunted. No. Sell your story. You showed me that shit, and I'm like, oh, hell no. No.
I had to take a picture. My husband, of course, was laughing his ass off. I had to take a picture of it because, bruh, I'm not about that. Here we go. So I'm not about that life, right?
Yeah.
I ain't about that life? Hell no. And my husband's trying to kill me. So that was nearing the end of our tour anyway, right? The cursed home thing. And I'm like, this is why I shouldn't have opened the cabinet doors, because I would have released hell in there.
Well, that wasn't the only thing that freaked you out really bad about it. It was that shed, dilapidated shed.
Yeah, so there was a shed in the backyard, and it's like the way that it was set up is we had really close neighbors on either side, right? Mm-hmm. So, but we had a bunch of land, like land strip, behind our house. Not a landing strip, but like just a strip of land behind our house that goes very, very far back, right?
Yeah.
So, but it's blocked off by these hedges, so you couldn't really see the shed at first. We had to go around it because we're like, where's all this land coming from? It was like an acre or something. Yeah. Where's all this land from? We go behind the hedges, and then we see it. It's an old fucking shed with like plastic and metal. And it looked like it could I could prick my finger and I would be was it tetanus?
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
I just get tetanus. Actually, I probably just get tetanus just looking at it.
Yeah.
It was disgusting. My husband, of course, gets so excited because he goes in that shed without a care in the world, and he finds out, it was a chicken coop. It was used as a chicken coop. Because they had chicken nests everywhere and chicken feathers everywhere. And he was like, we could rebuild this. And I'm just like, no.
No. So you told me all this shit, and I'm like, so this is like Cabin in the Woods, and it's choose your own horror.
Yeah. Do you want to die by cabinet?
You want to die by a cursed house?
Does each room have a thing that will kill you? Maybe
purple
purple carpeted bathrooms. It was weird. It was just so bizarre. Especially purple carpeted bathrooms. That was a big no for me. I was like, this is disgusting.
Well, you even told me that the purple, the flooring under the carpet felt really, bad.
It was bad. That's why they put the carpet over it, so you won't notice it. But you felt it. And the sink, I told you, the sink cabinets were kind of slanted.
Yeah. So they kind of, the top would kind of, lean out.
Yes.
And so, the bottom was kind of, tucked, receded back and whatnot. Yep. And I'm just like, why the fuck?
I don't know. Maybe there was, a bizarre design choice of the 70s. Hell if I know. Because they did not update their home. It looked like it was still from the 70s. Because in the living room, there was no chandelier, there was no overhead lights. There was nothing like that. It was because I pointed it out, I was like, there's no lights in here.
Yeah, no, you don't need that.
Yeah, we let it go. We're like, I think it's still on the market, by the way. I think it's still on the market, and it didn't have any pictures on the inside.
I wonder why.
Nobody took pictures of the inside.
Because nobody wants to see a cursed home.
Yeah, no one wants to see cursed home painted over. I'm pretty sure it's I don't know. All I know is I dodged a bullet, and I needed to tell you guys, our precious listeners, because if I die, it's most likely because we bought a haunted house.
Because of your white-ass husband.
My white-ass husband killed me in this haunted house. And
see, I wasn't trying to kill you. I was just trying to get you, it's an investment.
Nope, you're trying to kill me. I know those horror films. I'm a person of color. I would die first. That's how it is. That's how it always will be. I'm just like, nah. Mm-mm. But you know why we always die first? Because we're always the one with common sense. And you gotta kill off the one with common sense. You can't have a smart person in a horror film.
No. Well, is it even like Geico makes those dumb jokes? They bring them out every Halloween. It's like,
yes, where they're like, oh no, we need to hide behind the chainsaws. It's like, oh, it's a good idea. It's like, why can't we just go in the car? And it's like, no, he might catch us there. Let's go behind the chainsaws. And they're like, yeah, let's go there. And I'm like, yeah, dumbasses.
Like, it's one of those things that's like, if you're in a horror movie, you make really bad choices.
Yeah. And I'm like, that's something I think I love about horror films, though. Because a lot of them, now, it's gotten smarter.
Yeah.
I know that sounds strange.
No.
But a lot of the horror films you see nowadays, like Get Out, or...
Yes. But they're still not your classic...
Hereditary?
They're breaking tropes, is what they're doing.
They are breaking tropes. And I feel like it's smarter to do that. Because now, even in Cabin in the Woods, they make fun of people making stupid decisions in Cabin in the Woods.
Right, and there's nothing wrong with tropes or anything
obviously.
like that, but it is oversaturated.
I think so.
It's extremely oversaturated.
This is going to be like the second time I talk about Cabin in the Woods, but the way that Cabin in the Woods like made fun of the tropes, but also paid homage to said tropes, I think was genius.
I think... Like, that's why I really like Oculus, is because it didn't really...
Oh, that's true.
...have all of those tropes, and the tropes it did have, it spun it kind of in, like, a very appropriate way for the movie.
I think so. Also, Oculus is a very underrated film.
It is. Like, I loved it. I wish they would give me a sequel to it, because they really did set it up for a sequel.
Would you consider it a psychological horror?
Yes.
Because I agree.
And it's got just a little bit of body horror in it. Just a little bit to put you on edge. Because it's not true gore.
No, it's not, no.
But, like, it's just enough because it's, like...
I'm just like, it's the apple and the light bulb.
Well, it's the apple and the light bulb, but also the fingernails.
Oh, yes.
And, like, but there's nothing really else past that.
I think the apple and the light bulb got me the worst, because you know how I feel about cutting or whatever, and I'm just like, if you haven't seen Oculus, may I please recommend that? It's
highly recommended.
It's even for me who was a baby about it.
Yeah, like
it's a very good psychological horror.
It's got a really good story. The actors are great in it.
Yep. It's also, if you like, what is it? Amy Pond from
Doctor Who.
Doctor Who.
Yes.
She's the star of the show.
And she's so good.
She's great at it.
And her brother, the guy who plays her brother, is really good at it too.
Oh yeah. They're all fantastic. It's a great
good
cast. I would recommend watching that as well.
Oh, did you ever watch The Haunting of Hill House?
I did.
Did you ever get around to watching Bly Manor?
No.
I need you to watch Bly Manor.
I know. I heard it was alright. I need to watch it. So, wait, what time is it? Okay, we got about 30 minutes.
We got time. But
I want to let's do this when we did this last year as well. What horror movie recommendations do you recommend for them to see?
Well, especially since this is our last one for October.
Right. So let me give you 4. Okay. 4 categories. Okay. So if you can pick 4 movies, so our watchers can see.
Okay.
Pick a classic.
Okay.
Pick a more modern one.
Okay.
Pick one that surprised you the most.
Okay.
Like one that you're like, oh, I didn't think I'd like it, but holy dang, it's a good one.
Okay.
And think of one that is absolutely dumb. Like a stupid B movie horror.
Ernest Scared Stupid.
Okay, that was easy.
Yeah,
but,
like that one.
Pick 4 that would fit into those criteria.
Okay, so what was it? So classic.
There's a classic. Always get a classic film. Get a more modern film. Like, say more modern being after 2015. No, 2010. Okay. A more modern type film.
Because that would have allowed me to get out of high school at that point. So,
so 2010, more modern type film. Because that would be a film in the past decade. I think that would be good.
That would be very good.
A film that surprised you. And a stupid horror film. Like a good horror, stupid horror film. Something that you can still have fun with and laugh at.
Yeah. Ernest Scared Stupid.
Ernest Scared Stupid?
Yeah. Is my stupid. Classic.
We wrote a bunch of that on the list, for sure.
We did. Let's see here.
I have a classic film, I think.
The Sixth Sense.
Oh, that is a classic.
I didn't really get a chance to go see it until I was like probably out of college. And I had to watch it twice because I watched it. How I watched a lot of movies, I either checked them out from the library or I would watch them on TV. So places like FX, TNT, places like that, I would watch them. But doing that, they have commercial breaks, so they end up cutting out parts of it. Or because I'm very ADD, like I would like get up and not come back in time.
Right.
Before the commercials ended, so I'd miss part of the movie.
Oh, yeah.
And so, like, I'm gonna put this up, but I'm also not gonna like spoil the twist because fortunately enough for me, it was not spoiled.
So, so you knew it.
So I did not. So the first time I saw it, it's like I missed that. Like
the initial shock.
I missed that very, very key moment that revealed everything, but I did see everything else after that.
Okay.
So it's like that last 10 minutes of the movie that...
Yeah. You mentioned this to me before. I remember this.
And I think I've mentioned it last time, or like last year, but I didn't... The second time, it's like, oh, I didn't really get to sit down and like enjoy the last 10 minutes of this. I sit down and I'm like, holy fuck, so this is the twist everybody's talking about. Because I thought it was just a little boy. I thought that was the big thing. I thought it was like, oh, I see dead people was the big thing. No. And it was so good. It was so good.
So Sixth Sense
is my classic.
Yeah. I mean, that's a great one. I think it's one of M. Night Shyamalan's more strong...
It was the movie that made him.
Yeah, for sure. And as much as he can keep with the hype, he just, nah.
I think Signs is a pretty, like, enjoyable watch, but it's not...
But water?
I mean...
Oh, wait, is that spoiler? Oh, we have spoilers already.
Yeah, we have spoilers, but, no.
I was about to say, come to the South, go to Hawaii, it rains a lot.
Go to, like, England or whatever. But
England,
no. But
here's the
here's the thing. Okay, so, like, Sixth Sense, that is, like, a major twist. It's, like, Signs, though, that's just, like, a dumb kind of, like...
It's alien film. But also, I don't find aliens like that. Like,
I think it's one of the things that's, like, up until that ending, it's a pretty good movie.
Yeah, I think so. It's the suspense. It's the build-up that was
great.
And
it's very enjoyable until that moment, and then it's just, like...
Yeah.
And, like, the climax itself is pretty good, but the medium of the climax, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, was really lacking. But if you want to shit on Signs, you gotta shit on War of the Worlds.
I will shit on War of the Worlds. That was also dumb. Yeah. I saw that, I think, in theaters, maybe?
But here's the thing.
I saw it one time, and I was
War of the Worlds was actually more justifiable because it's bacteria that they are not used to.
Obviously, because they were in their ships for a while, and it took a while for them to generate in their bodies.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
That makes sense, because that's what happened when, Christopher Columbus travels around
exactly.
the world. But, I'm with you. Signs is very, very stupid, because there's nothing about water, like pure tap water, because that's probably well water. They're on a farm. It's well water. It's probably extremely neutral, maybe a little basic or alkaline. That's not going to burn anybody at all.
It was... I mean, the best way to end a Signs movie is everyone gets out their super soakers and just go ham. That's literally how you win.
Yep.
That's how anyone would win.
So what's your classic?
My classic, I already spoke about it, but that's because practical effects have been on my mind.
Yeah.
That is Hellraiser. Because it is a body horror kind-ish film.
Yeah.
Using practical effects.
Very good.
Cenobites were amazing.
Yeah.
There was a monster that would chase her down this long hallway.
Mm-hmm.
Practical effects.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the CG is just mostly like the background kind of stuff of building the world.
Yeah.
Hellraiser. Also, it involves a puzzle cube, and I'm pretty sure that's how I would die. If you hand me, hey Ricey, here's a puzzle cube. I think you'd like this. And I solve it, and it opens the gates to hell. I'm like, you got me. That's the only way I feel like it can be tricked. Because I'm like, I love puzzles. I myself love puzzles. So if you give me a cube, because I actually bought a little cipher box thing.
Yeah.
Like a puzzle box, essentially.
Yeah.
That I solved really quickly. And I'm like, this is awesome. I love that shit. I love puzzle boxes. So if you give me something like that, I'll be like, hell yeah. I'll figure it out. You don't even have to tell me it opens the gates to hell. You'd be like, gifts for Ricey, a puzzle box, and I'll solve it. And I'm thinking, well, that's the end of me. Yep, that's the end of me. But also, the Cenobites are really good in terms of gory practical effects, body horror, gory body horror, essentially. But it's not, it was classy gory body horror. Is that a good way to say it? So it's a classic Hellraiser. But also, be careful because it's Hellraiser, and it's a lot in its name. A more modern film?
A modern film. I'm trying to think of, because I've already talked about Oculus, and I really, really did enjoy.
I mean, you can still say Oculus if you want.
But I also really liked Sinister. I enjoyed.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I enjoyed Insidious. Like, the first Insidious movie was. I haven't gotten a chance to watch any of the others, but the first Insidious was so good. The first Conjuring was so good. Like, all of those were really, really good to me.
Mm-hmm.
Because it took a new kind of tone to everything. It kind of, like, switched around the tropes, so it wasn't, like, as much, like, I think The Ring, predates our modern setting. I think it's
That's true, it does. Mm-hmm. That would, I feel like, would be considered a classic now.
By our
standards.
By our definition, yeah.
By our definition.
Like, because Ringu was really good. The Ring and Ringu. I, again, personally prefer Ringu.
Mm-hmm.
But, I may have to stick with Oculus. Because, like, The Conjuring and Insidious and all those get a lot more attention. And Sinister had a sequel. I'm gonna have to stick with Oculus and encourage people to watch Oculus because it is really good and doesn't get the attention that it needs.
I agree. Like we said, it was a very underrated film. And it's something that even besides the Apple light bulb thing, I could watch, and the nails, but, like, I could personally watch.
Yeah.
And I really, really liked Oculus. Also because it was Amy Pond. And I was like, I'll watch it for Amy Pond. I'll do it for you, Amy Pond.
Right. Because she's a boss girl, too, and
she is. And you feel for the siblings. You really do.
You really do.
Like, it's man, it's such a good film.
It's so psychological, and I love it so much. It's hard to get, like, a really good psychological movie.
Mm-hmm.
Because even The Ring was psychological, but it didn't play that psychological as hard as it could have.
Yeah, I think you're right on that. So more modern film for me. I know this isn't going to be well, it depends on how you take it. This has been on my mind for a while.
Okay.
But I don't know. I think this is from the same director. Hereditary. I'm going to say both.
Okay.
Hereditary and Midsommar.
Yeah, they are by the same person.
I know it's one, but I'll say both because they're both vastly different from each other in great ways.
That's valid.
Hereditary, to me, was more of a... It had a lot of shock factors.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of it, even for beyond me. But I loved watching it with friends of mine.
Yeah.
Because I saw it first, and then I watched them, and the shock factors affected them just as badly.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane. So, it was nice seeing something that was... It was like a mystery-ish kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it was creepy as all hell. It was so creepy. So I was like, okay, Hereditary.
Yeah.
Midsommar is, to me personally, much more toned down. But it gives it gives you a sense of psychological horror because you want to root for the main girl.
Yeah.
She's been through shit.
Yeah.
And the shock factor, the big one happened at the very beginning of the film.
Right.
And for me, who was a psychology major, seeing her, I think this is why it affects me so much, seeing her go through her grief with a shitty boyfriend and his shitty friends.
Yeah, no, they're super shitty.
They were super shitty. And so, with her shitty boyfriend and her shitty friends, I'm like, I feel for her. I was like, dang, you hadn't had an appropriate time to grieve with people who love you.
Right.
You know? And then you see this community who is perfect, air quotes, you know, perfect family community, which is like essentially what she repels herself from, right?
Let me interrupt you for just a second. Yeah. So, go see Midsummer. I haven't seen it yet, but it's also like I have friends that are in pagan and Wicca and things like that, and they didn't really appreciate Midsummer because it did paint non-traditional religion in a really bad light.
Well, this is the thing. It wasn't
too mainstream. Like, it's one of those things that's like, it's like people who can go and analyze a movie and will go give a movie a chance and really analyze it, do actually enjoy it and do understand what's going on with the storyline, but to mainstream, like, consumers, it does really paint it in a very bad light.
I would also like to point out, in terms of the religion, that you could tell that it was half of it was studied and half of it was completely made up.
Right, but it's
because it wasn't technically focused on this fake religion. Right. I mean, I know what you mean, because some of it does take pictures from other pagan religions.
Yeah, or enough of an illusion from other religions that it can put a really bad light on it.
But this is more than it. The thing of this one is, which is what I was going to get to, is that she sees like a perfect community. Right. It turns out, no, this is a religious, quote unquote, cult. It's a cult.
Yeah.
That's why it looks...
It's not Wicca, it's not pagan.
It is a cult.
There's a big difference.
There is a huge difference.
But I would go and suggest, because...
Oh, hi, baby.
Tangerine's crying. I would go and suggest watching Cinema Win's review on it, because they do like a very in-depth analysis of it, so you're not getting just this, I don't know, like, weird filter on an innocent religion that doesn't
innocent is saying a lot.
Well, like pagan and Wicca and things like that, instead of like putting those in really, really bad lights, it like analyzes this movie in an isolated situation.
Well, yeah, because it is. It's a cult. Like, this is something like, this could be anything. They could call themselves, we're going to choose Christianity, and then they isolate themselves somewhere in the woods of the wondrous U.S. of A.
Yeah.
You know, they have their own little commune somewhere in the world, and they invite people to kill them off in the name of whatever, God, we'll just say.
Yeah.
It's still a cult. You can be like, oh, it's a religious cult. It's a twisted view of the religion, but it's more of a cult. Because you can be like, this is an isolated incident. This doesn't technically mean that it's a Christianity thing.
Well, yeah, but it's like
it's a cult.
People, not everybody understands that.
No, not everybody understands that, but that's on. I'm not gonna say it. Yes, especially in mainstream media. But if you can, it's the same with any horror movie. If you can isolate them as just being a horror movie that's based on fiction.
Most of them are based on fiction. Mm-hmm. Some of them are not.
Amityville Horror.
Well, The Conjuring, Annabelle, things like that. Not really Annabelle.
Fucking Annabelle! No!
But
like, to life.
The Devil Made Me Do It, The Conjuring 3, The Devil Made is like...
That's intense.
The Exorcism of Emily Rose. Like,
I refuse to watch that one.
Huh, I wonder why.
It's the same reason why I refused to watch The Devil Made Me Do It. I had to have a story recap on YouTube tell me what went on, because I was like, oh, hell no.
But there are, like, these all have, like, paranormal and supernatural, like, spins on them.
Yeah.
But there are actual, like, horror things that are based off real real incidences.
So I will say, for my modern film, if you want to watch either Hereditary, because Hereditary is much more disconnected with...
Yeah,
I mean,
very much.
It still deals with a pagan god, mind you.
Right.
But it's as disconnected. I feel like Midsommar is disconnected, but people will not realize it is.
Yeah, they're not going to.
So for me telling you guys, it is a horror cult. let me go ahead and say, you know, that I don't think has any basis on real religion, because even the creators, made sure they didn't have any basis in real religion. Mm-hmm. The only thing they took out from that is all of the clothes were hand painted and designed with runes.
They did put like Norse runes.
Yeah, they put Norse runes.
But that's basically putting Roman alphabets or Greek alphabet. Like it's.
Yeah, it's very. It's not. It deals with a lot of the history of clothing, especially. Yeah. They did clothing and stuff like that, but nothing actually based on real. Like
and it's worth watching because it's worth having discussions about, like, analyzing it afterwards is like,
I think that's why it's so prominent in my mind, because it is, again, it's the psychology of someone going through grief, who gets invited to this what she thinks is a perfect community. It is not. It's a cult. And how they rope her into it, because Pele, who is the character who brings them all over to the community, the commune. He's the one who is essentially brought her and her boyfriend, her shitty boyfriend, and his shitty friends there, to sacrifice them, essentially. But when Pele realized she was coming, he completely turned it around. She's like, okay, I'm going to make her feel safe here. I'm going to try and recruit her to the commune. And stuff like that. Because he's trying to recruit her to the cult. Well,
yeah, that's a cult, like, what is it? Indoctrination.
Yes, and the way they did it is brilliant.
So, like,
And it makes you feel conflicted in the end. Because on the basis of everything, you know, she finally gets to cry and grieve over something that happened horribly to her, and she gets high most of the time. the whole movie, much of the movie is a trip.
So it's worth going and watching, and like.
But be aware that it is a separate, cult thing. But again, would I recommend you watch it? Yes, because even for a horror film, it was one of the lighter ones that I could stomach. Like, it was, I will say there were some sacrifices, let's just say, that were intense. But that gave you the shock factor. But Midsommar did great, and Hereditary did good. And I think I really appreciated how different they were.
You should go watch Cinema Wins.
I mean, I'll do that eventually. Now that you told me about it,
it's really interesting, because it's like he breaks it down. It's just like,
well, I just broke it down for me because I'm a psychology major, and I was like, ooh.
He breaks it down further because it's like, how many times have you seen Midsommar?
I saw it twice.
So like, these guys usually end up seeing it like 4 or 5 times, unless they really really like a movie, and then it's like, obviously they'll watch it more. But they break it down.
Yeah, they do. They have to do it for research and stuff. That makes sense. Anyway, we gotta get moving on. It's already 15. So what is your movie that surprised you?
Movie that surprised me.
That you want recommend to our viewers?
Do you have one already? Give me a second to think about mine.
Okay. So I think I have several. A movie that surprised me that was really good. Okay, maybe this is a classic as well.
Okay, yeah.
Because this is when I started watching films, like horror films or whatever, and I watched this with my mom, and that's Saw.
Okay.
I loved. I won't say anything about the other Saw movies. I'm just gonna specifically say Saw 1. Okay, because I'm a big horror thriller person. Is it kind of gory? Yes. But also, the serial killer who says he's not a serial killer, to me, is incredibly interesting. You know, how he, in his mind, how he views the lives of others, and how they want to, how he forces them to value their life, if that makes sense. Which is still, it's a twisted way. It's just very twisted, this character, which I liked. And I remember seeing it for the first time, and I don't think it was considered. Is it considered a horror film? I know the others are.
Saw.
Because I think it was like a mystery thriller, maybe.
I would consider it. But I don't know if that's because it's it says it's a splatter film.
All right, good enough for me. So yeah, and again, that's another classic I think at this point because it's made in 2004, 5.
Yeah, Saw. It looks like Saw 1 is 2004.
Yeah.
It's the first installment, yeah.
So I would say that's a film that surprised me because I watched it as a kid, and I didn't think I would be allowed to watch it, but my mom watched it with me because she knew I would enjoy it because it involved serial killers and really cool traps. By the way.
Yeah, it's very good.
And it like some of the others, they're still good, but some of them are kind of cheesy. But I remember watching Saw and trying to figure out, and the twist ending in Saw, like, was absolutely brilliant to me. So brilliant.
So yeah, it's still considered a horror film. I don't know if that's something that's been placed on it in like kind of like a retrograde kind of like if it was originally a horror film or not, but it is classified under Wikipedia that it is a horror film.
Okay, so that being a horror film, I loved Saw. And I think a lot of people by this point have seen Saw.
Or at least know of Saw.
Like,
know Saw well enough that it like, it's a cultural thing at this point.
Oh, yeah. For now they have so many films. That's why I'm focusing on the first one. Because the first one was really, really good. Oh, actually, go back.
I'm just on Google, like, looking up horror movies.
That's another one, Ready or Not.
Ready or Not? Okay, I haven't seen it, but I've seen, like, reviews of it.
Okay, so I think you can watch it now on Netflix or Hulu. I think there's a way you can watch it.
If it's on Hulu, I'm just going to have to come over to your place.
Yeah.
Amazon for $4.
No. Maybe it might be under, because I saw it recently. I think it might be under HBO Max, actually.
They would have put it here. They would put it under there.
I know it was probably on HBO Max. Actually, I have my thing here.
That comes and goes as it pleases. I think I figured out what one that surprised me.
Oh,
that
really?
was really good. Veronica.
Oh my God, that's based off a true story.
Again, another true story, and it's a Spanish movie that's on was on Netflix. That it was very surprising.
I couldn't watch it.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I just couldn't watch it
because it was dealing with a very slow demon possession, and it's.
Well, have you heard the I think I saw this on YouTube because I couldn't watch it obviously, so of course I saw a review of it and like what it was about.
Yeah.
Maybe because it hit so close to home. Because it dealt with again a freaking Ouija board.
Yeah.
Motherfucking Ouija boards.
Mm-hmm.
And demon possession.
Yeah.
And how they tormented her, and how the investigator, they actually have the case file where the investigator said she was floating with her back bent like that.
Yeah.
And he couldn't describe what he saw.
Yeah.
The paranormal thing that he saw, and he wrote it down. And I'm just sitting here like, this is like an actual case of demon possession.
Yeah.
Hell no. I ain't doing that. Like, The Exorcist is like a fictional version of what an exorcism is.
Right. It's got some, like, truth in it with the Catholic priest and stuff, but it is...
A young priest, an old priest and a young priest. Yes.
And that they, like, it kind of goes over what priests kind of, like, come across. Oh, The Priest was another good one with Anthony Hopkins.
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen that one.
No, that was The Rite.
I haven't seen any of them.
The Rite is the one with Anthony Hopkins, and it is so good.
Is it a horror film?
Yes.
Okay, nope. I'll watch it. She's tugging at my pants. You can't tell, but...
Come on. Because Anthony Hopkins is, like, a god of actors. He is so good. Because it's like, if you get Jack Nicholson in, it's like, it's going to be creepy, it's going to be crazy and stuff like that. Anthony Hopkins, it is perfectly psychological.
I like psychological horror. I like things that makes me think. I like movies that help me, especially horror movies that make me think in the end, like Midsommar did.
Yeah.
But that was because it or Oculus did too.
Yes.
Like that's, I freaking love movies like that.
And it is dealing with a priest. It is dealing with, like, it has demonic possession in it. They have to, like, because they're exorcists. Anthony Hopkins and the priest that he's training are both exorcists, and he's training him. But it is so good. It does it so well. It was a really refreshing kind of like possession exorcism movie. They did a great job with it. I'll watch it with you because I'll watch it again. It was super good.
I think we're gonna watch a cheesy movie. Speaking of cheesy movies, what is your last choice?
Oh, I told you, like,
Ernest. Ernest Goes to Get Scared.
Scared Stupid.
Scared Stupid. That one. What is it about?
It's Ernest being scared stupid. And saving
Isn't
the day.
Ernest movie in the 90s? Weren't they created in the 90s?
I think it was the 80s.
Oh, even better. The 80s were a time, man.
1991.
Oh, so it was a 91 film. Well, at least the
because
one was
this was a sequel. This was one of the sequels. There are
okay.
several. I think there's like 4 or 5. It does not look like you can watch it for free anywhere. It looks like the minimum you would have to pay is $4 to watch it on Vudu, Google Play, Apple TV, Amazon Prime, and YouTube. But like it's an entire franchise. Let's Ernest. Yep.
Whoops.
Yep. Wrong button. Let's see.
Ernest movies.
So, like, Ernest Goes to Camp is 1987, which is also, like, a really fucking funny movie. Ernest Goes to Jail, 1998. So, like, 93, 91.
So, late 80s, early 90s, essentially.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Ernest Saves Christmas. Like, that's another Christmas movie that I can get into.
Right. Okay, so then I will name my stupid movie of the evening, or the day.
Okay.
My stupid movie is going to be Halloween Town.
But it's not that stupid.
It's, okay, first of all, in a good... Well, if we're going to talk stupid movies...
Like, stupid
movies.
Like Leprechaun or something.
No.
Give me a stupid-ass movie.
Scary Movie 3.
Okay.
I fucking love Scary Movie 3 because it makes fun of signs. It makes fun of so many.
Let's list all the ones that it's Signs and War of the Worlds.
Yeah,
right.
So it's Signs, and War of the Worlds didn't come out that time.
Yeah, it was.
Well, it mostly made fun of, because what Scary Movie does is it makes fun of recent-ish movies, horror movies. I know it made fun of Signs. It made fun of The Ring. It made fun of... Let's see. Pull up the wiki.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Oh, it made fun of The Matrix. It made fun of... who else?
When did this...
Oh, 8 Mile. The Eminem film.
Oh my god. I want to know how much they paid him to do that. Because it's just like, you want me to do fucking what? How? And say what? And do what? Oh, hell no.
Yeah. So,
I'm going to need $100,000 more.
Because they made fun of 8 Mile. And they made fun of Signs. They made fun of The Ring. They made fun of The Matrix. They made fun of... What else they made? There was a lot of... Even small cameos, right?
Yeah.
Because I think...
Because I remember Charlie Sheen was part of the Signs.
Charlie Sheen was in there, yeah.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure... Let's see here, War of the Worlds. War of the Worlds. 2005. Which one is that then?
Which one?
That makes fun of War of the Worlds.
I think it was a later film.
I mean, it would have to.
Yeah, I think it was because Scary Movie 4 made fun of The Grudge.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, it depends, I think. I know they made, I think Scary Movie 4 was the last one. I don't think they made another one.
Because I think there was a Scary Movie 5 and then, like, but that was, so between 4 and 5 they started branching off into, like, superhero movie or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Tried to do 5 and it bombed.
I don't think I remember seeing 5.
I think.
Yeah.
And then they started doing all the others.
2013. Oh,
bitch.
No.
All right.
I need to find this. I gotta watch it no matter how dumb it is.
Oh, it's bad.
I know it's gonna be bad, but I do watch it. I have to because I've watched every other one. And I personally enjoy it. I'm weird like that.
Yeah.
Well, I would say the first 3 are the strongest.
Valid.
Three, Scary Movie 3 to me has the most quotable lines.
Valid.
Oh, and it made fun of Brokeback Mountain. That's another movie. Scary Movie 3.
I've never actually seen Brokeback Mountain.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it came out when
I couldn't watch it either.
But I haven't gotten around to actually ever sitting down and watching it.
I don't like drama like that.
I don't even know what it's. Well, I know it's
I'm a comedy person. I like comedies more than dramas. I don't like things that make me cry, and apparently Brokeback Mountain will make you cry.
Okay, it's free on Amazon Prime Video. On borrowing your Amazon.
Yeah, I'm just like, I don't think I could watch it because I don't like movies that make me cry, and I know for a fact. Because I asked someone, will Brokeback Mountain make you cry? And you're like, if you're into a drama, yeah, it'll make you cry. And I was like, nope, not watching it. I don't like movies that make me cry. It makes me sad. I don't want to feel sadness. Hell no.
I got like one brain cell.
Do you want to fill it with sadness? No.
Give me that dumb bitch juice.
Dumb bitch juice. Anywho, wow, we made the mark.
Yep.
We made the mark.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to tell everyone who you are? That was fun. This was great. Also, the title was very much needed. We went everywhere this time.
Yeah, no, we were all over the place. I am at Mikiri. You can find me on Twitter under the same name. I just chatted, so it's spelled the exact same way. You can find me there. You can find me here on What's Your Opinion podcast. You can find me sometimes playing video games with either a bowl of ricey on her stream or Chelsea the Destroyer on her stream. When Oren is busy with school, I'll go play Splatoon with him and such. But I don't personally stream yet. I don't have the system set up. Yeah. It functions well enough to just host the podcast.
That's more than what we need right now.
Yeah, it's a very minimalistic, podcast. And who the fuck are you?
Okay, so my name is. Oh, hold on, right there.
Yeah.
A bowl of ricey. Say hi.
Hello.
My name is A Bowl of Ricey. You can find me at A Bowl of Ricey on Twitch. I often do stream, however, because I am between houses at the moment, I am not streaming.
Yeah.
Soon, eventually.
Maybe if your husband stops
wanting to kill me in a haunted house.
Yeah.
We did put an offer on a home though, so we're hoping to get it. Like, I'm very excited. Like, I'm hoping we get it. I have higher hopes.
Yeah, I know, but you've told me the things about it.
Yeah, I have higher hopes. So we hope we get it. And then, what else did I say?
Where can they find you?
Oh, they can find me, again, A Bowl of Ricey on Twitter, which is mostly where I interact anyway, is on Twitter. And Bessos Cosplay, I'm going to say that now, on Instagram. You can find me, here, let me go ahead and just type it out. Because I will be going to AWA. Mm-hmm. And I will most likely be posting stories and stuff like that on my Instagram at Bessos Cosplay on Instagram.
Yes.
I'm very excited for AWA, like straight up. Yeah. So excited.
I'm so glad.
So just to remind you guys, we will not be here next weekend.
Well, before we do that, we gotta let them know where they can find us.
Oh, where can you find us? Yeah.
They can find us on Twitter at What's Your Pin 10. Pin 10. On Twitter, and you can find us here on Sundays at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. This is going to be a little bit of a long-term change for us because we are in a football town.
We are in a football town.
So Saturdays are get fucked internet days. So for more stable internet, we have switched over to Sundays.
Yep.
Until football season is over.
Mm-hmm.
Again, 11 a.m. Central Time.
Mm-hmm.
And as a heads up, we will not be doing our Halloween day.
Right.
Because we will be in Atlanta, like we were mentioning at the start, and how Ricey was mentioning just moments ago with her besos.
Because we're gonna be, well, we're just gonna be having a great ass time at this con.
We're probably gonna be hungover at this
Yeah, probably. And we won't be able to make it on Sunday. So our next actual, what do you call it? Yeah, the 7th. Our next actual podcast will be November 7th.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys want to check us out then, we'll make sure to put a reminder closer to time that we're going to be away during AWA, just so you guys will know. So check that out as well. And you'll just catch us on November 7th when we start talking about non-spooky scary things.
We can talk about spooky, scary things like Black Friday.
Retail horror stories. We did that already, though. I remember.
Yeah, we did do it. And I haven't really had a retail horror story since.
No. Because, like, as much as we complain about our job, the retail is not as bad as holiday retail, working at a actual, like, retail store.
This, like...
Damn.
Because we handle, like, commercial equipment. So it's, like, we're not going to have to really deal with that, like, at all. Like, our boss has also told us that we don't have to really put up with that shit. Like,
no, and it's fantastic. I'm just like, thank God. I never have to do it again. But if we want, we can read other people's retail stories.
Well, yeah, we can go to Reddit.
Reddit, or we can just ask people in chat. We'll see what we can find. But yes, thank you guys so much for joining us today.
Yeah.
And we hope you guys have a very safe 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
I know it sounds so far away, but we will see you guys in 2 weeks. Away. Please be safe out there, you guys. Oh, you good?
Yeah. I'm just over here. I'm having a great time. What about you?
I'm having a great time. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Please be careful. Bye.